Welcome to Love Fiesta. My name is Double Disciple, and with me today are two guests that would help us scatter this understanding of wife material, husband material, and all the materials. We are about to get to the market to probably buy some fabrics. And in case you don't know, this is Singles in Motion, and we are about to take it outside and inside, and together we'll get to understand what this thing is about. I have with me the very best of guests to do this with. I'm not talking about any other person than Barrister Amaka Mojiku. In case you don't know her, she is a barrister practicing and the director of Payless Online Bags. She is not just a director, she's not just a lawyer. Of course, that's not the only reason why we got her here. She's a wife, married for 12 years. And she has 6 children to that course. And she is a social butterfly, a jovial one that wants to really learn. So you can imagine the well of experience and knowledge that we will be drinking from today. And beside her is another person that I think is capable, suitable, and qualified for this topic. And is none other than the temperament pastor himself. One that I make boast to say probably is shuttling between different temperaments, but he will tell us by himself today. I'm talking about none other than Pastor Ademe. And to delve into this, welcome.
Thank you.
At this point, I want to ask a question that has been on my chest. Is there anything like wife material? Is there anything like wife? Is there a material that is called wife? Or wife that is material? Or the two, both of them? I'm directing that question to you, Pastor.
Okay. Yes. Proverbs 18:22 says, "He that findeth a wife findeth a good thing." So there is a wife to be found.
So that is to say there's a material for a wife?
There's a material. There's a material called wife.
Wow.
And there's someone whose responsibility it is to find it.
It's getting serious because my head, they tell me something. So, Ma, do you agree?
Not totally, because if coming by who a wife is, you know that a wife is someone in a marital relationship. So when you're talking about a wife material, to mean someone that you need to go into that marital relationship with, then I think the right word to use is a marrying material, not a wife material. So I think there is such thing as marrying material, someone you need to translate into a wife material.
It's getting more serious. From your question, from the answer you gave me to the question, you say a marrying material.
Yeah.
Does that mean that some of the ladies we are thinking are wife material, they are not?
You said thinking. I don't know where you're coming from.
Some of the ladies we are assuming to be wife material by the things we are seeing now. That is to say, if we marry them, maybe the material is not original.
Till I'm very sure what you're saying.
All right, I get that. Okay, established wife material. Next question. How do we say one is a wife material when we see the material? How do we find out? How do we confirm? To you, sir.
Okay. For us to answer this question, we need to start from the basic, the foundation. That we're saying someone is a wife material does not mean that the person will become a wife before entering the marriage. It's just that you have certain qualities that a man sees and he is convinced that if I enter into a marital relationship with this person, that this person is capable of becoming a wife. That's what we mean by wife material. And for us to know how to become a wife material, we must know what the person that is searching for. Because the person that is going to do the searching is the man. He is the one that will do the searching. And before you can search for anything called wife, there must be a desire. And that desire should be the thing driving you to embark on that ultimate search. You don't just wander into the market. You sit back at home, make a list of what you want to prepare. And whatever you want to prepare determines what is on that list. And that's what motivates you to know the part of the market to enter to get what you are looking for. So, for you to embark on that journey, you must understand the fact that the God that created you as a man created you differently from that of a woman. A woman behaves differently from a man. And so there are things a man is designed to do. That assignment of searching makes a man moved by the things he sees. That's why most times you discover that men are more moved by the things they see. A woman is designed to spend time to look good for him. That's why I can spend just 15 minutes in the shower, and a woman will spend 1 hour plus. It's natural. All these things are moving towards making you ready for the man that is coming for that ultimate search. But when it comes to the woman, there are other applications that God has designed a woman with that you can't find in a man. One of them is her intuitive ability. It's a software package that is found in the woman's brain that is not found in the man's brain.
Let me cut in there from what you're saying. I want you to...
I'm laying a foundation.
Out. Yes, sir. While you're laying it, you're almost saying that wife material is relative to the man. So I want you to address this along that line.
That's what I'm trying to do. So when you come to that understanding that God has designed the man to embark on a search, that means that a woman has been designed to impress the man. A woman has been designed to possess certain qualities because someone is looking out for you. And that's why most times you see women are conscious of their beauty, conscious of their appearance. It's natural. God has designed it that way because there's someone that is created to look for you and to find you. And so there are certain things that he sees and a green light is triggered in his brain. That this person is good enough to be a wife. Like the video we watched, we saw one of the traders was trying to battle around that green light. There are things that a man will also see. He will see an amber light. There are things that a man will also see. He will see a red light. So the purpose of this conversation is, what are the things that you would display before a man, or the things that a man will see in the course of his search, and it will trigger that green light that makes you appear before him as a wife material. I'll stop it here.
You don't carry us the go, yeah, no. But it's fine. Ma, you're a woman. I want you to help us. Because whatever these ladies hear you say, I'm thinking they will. So, first, I want to get that clear. Does it mean that the wife material is relative to the person doing the finding? You get my point?
No. Can you
I'm looking for a wife. I want tall, slim, short, big, and all of that. That's wife for me. And someone else is looking for a wife. Big, fair. Does that mean if someone is not meeting my own demands, he or she rather, is not meeting the demands of another guy there? For me, the person is not the wife material. But for some other person, maybe she is.
Okay, if I got you right, you're asking what is expected in a wife material, and is the search relative to different men?
Yes.
Like what this person called a wife material might be different from what the other
Yes.
person. Okay, yes, I think I can align myself to that. What Mr. A calls or assumes to be a wife material quality might be different from what Mr. B calls. But in relation to the program we have now, at least there are some basic quality every woman should possess to be a marine material.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So going to those qualities, aside the whole hourglass shape, the whole packaging and all that.
Figure 8. Say it.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Aside the whole figure 8 and the latest trend of BBL and all that, I think there's something that is inborn that should be basic. Other things should be like added to it. And I'm going to like streamline it to like 5. I'm going to just say 5 questions that every man No matter what your spec is in a married material, please look out for this particular one. Once she has this, at least let's say 4/5, trust me, you just made the best choice. First one is her IQ. We all know the intelligence quotient. When you have a woman or a girl that you want to marry that have a very high IQ, trust me, you're at least 10 steps ahead of someone who has a girl with a low IQ. Because the way she reasons things will definitely be very impressive. The decisions she would take in your absence will be as though you were there. Trust me, some men prefer a girl that reasons well than good food. They just need someone who thinks well at every point in time.
Like the video.
Cook. Sorry?
She go to cook.
Of course, but I'm just trying to say in a scale of priority.
Okay.
I think her IQ should be more than the whole cooking skill. Then this is one, talk about the IQ. Then next one is the EQ. A girl who is emotionally stable. I'm talking about emotional quotient here now. The way she reacts to things. You know, there are some things you see some girls, once they see something trending on social media, they jump into it. They don't filter things, they just want to do it. The way she reacts to stress, the way she reacts to your mood, while you people are still dating, stress, frustration, anger, the way she reacts to these things is something you should pay very close attention to. Because this is a character that can't be changed. It's part of her, except she's been taught to do so. But once she's exhibiting such character, it's something you should pay close attention to. So any girl that have emotional intelligence is a green flag. Then we just talked about the IQ, we talked about the EQ. Now let's talk about the AQ, adversity quotient. Now this is her reaction in the face of challenges. How does she react in front of adversity? Because the truth is that every day, I'm not saying all of us have challenges, but I'm sure at least reasonable percentage of us here have something we are facing at the moment. So if a girl is faced with such thing, how does she react to it? Some people, once you're poor, they are going, they can't deal with a broke guy. And this is their understanding about life. So when you want to look out for a girl, pay more attention to how she reacts to adversities. Some people in the midst of adversity, they can get an opportunity that can take you to another level. These are things you should pay more attention to. Now we've done with the AQ. Now let's talk about the SQ, which is the spiritual quotient. You're a fine girl, you cannot pray. What are you doing in my house? This is very, very important. You cannot pray. Because if you don't prioritize spiritual things, we can't go into this marriage business. Me that have been there, I know what, me that is there, or I don't want to have been there like I left, I know what my knee, the kind of battle I fight with my knee. I know how I pray. I know how intentional I am when it comes to fighting battles in the war room. So when you have a girl that don't prioritize spiritual things, please, is a red flag, run. Because at times God might be speaking and she's not hearing. God might be giving direction she's not seeing. And you want to start making babies. How? This is a matter of destiny. So when her spiritual quotient is low, red flag. There is another one that is very recent. We talk about the genius quotient. Yes, she mustn't really be a genius, but at least 60% will go. There are some girls, when you engage them in communication, 10 minutes into that communication, you will not remain the same. A lot of things would have changed. You would have gotten some rima. You would have been able to get so engaged. She's not selfish. She's not talking off point. Her reasoning is very sound. You know, there are some people that have a very poor communication. Anytime you're talking with her, it must end with arguments. You don't understand her. The way she's teaching you to understand her should be something that should be very, very clear, not vague. You know, some people will say, oh, I've said this, you don't understand. You're not understanding because you're not inside of her. So our ability to be able to tell you, this is what I want, this is how I want it, should also be very, very important. How she attack things, how she bring up ideas should be very, very important. So at least when you have all these basic things in a woman, that is like a green flag. These are the marrying materials you should look out for. I'm not saying the whole cuteness, submission, and all that. There's something I call ISO, initial strategic obedience. When a lady wants to be, that's when she wants to be sneaky. When she wants to show you that I'm so obedient, she can do that for 5 years. My gender, I know I'm saying the truth. 5 years we are learning. 5 years we are learning. I can say our gender, they have A1 in being sneaky. So these are things, please, at least if you fail in that one, because some people say she's very submissive, that is just initial strategic obedience just to enter into your house. And when she enters there, you look for submission, you will not see. So at least if you lose that one, get the other three. She can't pretend about the other three. I think this is a good quality to look out for.
No, it's plenty. Initial
strategic obedience. We have intention.
What is going on here? You mean I can be deceived that the person is...
Yes.
You see that question I asked?
She's intentional.
Wow.
About what she wants.
So they can show us wife materialism.
That is why I said, most times these guys, or the male gender, they easily get distracted. So what everybody have in mind, can she cook? Is she cute? Can she take care of my home? Is she submissive? Everybody's talking about submission. No, I don't think there are more to it when it comes to decision about marriage.
Wow. You point some lines, and I want to take it straight up. Pastor Adema, are you ready for me?
Yeah.
Are you ready for me?
That's right.
It's about to get a little bit dirty.
Yeah.
Is your wife a wife material?
Yeah.
Was she a wife material before you married her?
Yes.
100% sure?
Yes.
What were the things you saw and you said, this one, I will go?
Number one was I had peace.
You had
peace.
Peace.
Yes.
How much? Don't worry. Continue.
I had peace. Like I said in my foundation laying, I tried to make us understand that God has designed us in such a way that the man's responsibility is to embark on that ultimate search. And he's looking for something. And some of the things he's looking for are the things that Barrister have, she has just mentioned some of them. And a lady that possesses these qualities, you've qualified. Like the moderator said, you might not qualify in the eyes of one guy, but you will qualify in the eyes of another guy. So what I'm trying to make us understand is that green light must be triggered for you to be or appear before a man as a wife material. The things that Barrister mentioned, if you have them, you come across a reasonable guy, that green light would definitely trigger. Yeah. It triggers in this part of the human brain. Sorry, I came with my baby boy. In this part of the human brain that is called the amygdala, the golden painted part. That is where your emotions are formed. That is where those pictures he captures about you, those memories he has about you, those things that he's looking for. This is where they are captured. Your emotional responses, this is where they are captured. But the truth is that the way it functions in a man is different from the way it functions in a woman. A woman is looking for a different thing, a man is looking for a different thing. The things that Barrister mentioned, they are very, very important. But I want to add to some of them in answering your question, because these are the things I saw in my wife. She was not the first lady I saw. I saw so many other ladies, but these things, I saw them in her, and they triggered my green light. And I had to make that move. So I want to mention some of the things that would trigger a green light in a man. So ladies, listen. Number one, don't appear before him cheap. No matter how you respect the person, be conscious of who you are. Be conscious of your personality. Don't just fall into the hands of a man like a pack of cards. No matter how desperate you might think you might feel, don't do that, because men, we like hunting for our food.
Say that again.
We like hunting for our food.
That used to say they have food. Don't worry.
So give him the opportunity to embark on that adventure by being a woman of value. Place enough value on yourself.
Okay.
It triggers the green light in the man's amygdala. Second one I want to say is
say it.
No matter how you do this, try as much as possible to be also approachable and reachable. Because as much as you try to place value on yourself, also give them opportunity to approach you. I've seen ladies that are not approachable. And there are men that want to approach them, but they are scared. I know a lady, it's over 25 years now, she's still single, because once you come close to her, yes, who are you? What are you looking for? No, that's not what I mean by placing value on yourself. You can place value on yourself and still be reachable and approachable. It's very, very important. The next one I want to say is be responsible. Be a responsible lady. Have a handwork. Somebody shared a testimony in my church today. She said that she believed God that before she marries that she will have a property of her own. And God gave her that property, and she came to church today to share a testimony. I'm not saying you should be like that lady, but that's enough to trigger a green light. That's why at times a guy is talking with you, is asking you, what do you do for a living? Where do you work? And the rest of them. And you'll be like, why do you want to know? These are the things that trigger green lights. A man wants to know whether you are responsible for yourself on your own, or you're coming to be an additional liability to him. Those days are gone for full housewives. Today,
sorry, sir.
The green light is triggered by...
What is a green light?
That was why I laid that foundation at the beginning.
Light. Break it, sir.
That green light is that wife material that I am looking for. The things that when I see them, I say, this person is good enough to be a wife. That's what I mean by green light. The things that a man will see in a woman, I say, this person is good enough to be a wife. The next thing I want to say is that triggers the green light is your ability to manage a home. Your ability. A man checks it. Once he sees you, he has scanned you several times to know, can this person manage a home? Can this person handle, because some men have troublesome mothers. Very stubborn fathers and siblings. So they are weighing you. Can this person stand the pressure at home? Like Barrister said, your ability to handle your emotions. So these are the things that are very important a man is looking for. Once a man sees that you have the stamina, I like using the word stamina. When a man sees that you have the stamina to manage your home, he goes for you. Another thing is your ability to accept him the way he is.